Is is there a cycle, a regular cycle to a yoga flow?
That's a good question.
Because I've noticed some things. I've noticed that oftentimes there'll be a back bend at the end, like Phil for you bridge pose, or they'll be leading us towards Shavasana, or I've noticed they'll be like stretching at the end before the back bend, or we'll do thread the needle, or what's the thing where you put your leg up at the top? Pigeon pose, or figure fours. And then we'll also have some stretching at the beginning. And then in the middle, we'll do a lot of more kind of vigorous, or you'll do your like warriors. You get your warrior energy out in the middle. Am I tapping into something? Is this
you're noticing
a practice?
Absolutely.
Of how y'all do it?
Yeah. It is. That's intentional. And for me, it depends on the time of day that a class is. First thing in the morning, I'm not going to just like start with, something really rigorous. I tend to, in general, really warm up and do some foundational stuff before getting into more of like the peak pose, like what you might be describing with like a big back bend, or
is a peak pose like the balancing part of it?
A peak pose is like you could have sort of like just an overall energetic way that you're teaching your class, where maybe you don't have like a peak pose that you're leading up to. But some poses require quite a bit of warm up. Like if you were going to do wheel pose, or if you were going to do a headstand or something, you would need to warm up the body in such a way so that it is flexible enough to reach that posture, so that you're feeling engaged in the right muscle groups and that, to hold a handstand or a headstand. So yeah, there is a lot of intention in kind of building a class, and then being able to release and come back down and not just send you off after, okay, that big back bend, and then just lay down and rest, and then you're out of here, like there has to be that reintegration and kind of resetting the spine is how I look at it. And, but even, within that, there are kind of smaller cycles at play where like I was taught you don't teach like a back bend and then a twist. You always need to go through a forward fold to reset the spine, because that's how our, we're sitting technically in a forward fold right now. And that's how our spine has to reset, right? Like our, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right?
You got rules. Not rules, but you have like...
Well, we have some guidelines.
Like,
for the safety of the body, for
Is there
the
a bunch
safety
of
the
them?
spine. There aren't too many that I'm really aware of. I mean, the way I was taught it is, I pay attention to the time of day, like I said, and, always like move through it's like you should. Yeah. It depends, right? But it's like there can be maybe two back bends in a row, or a twist and a lateral, but then you need to come back through a forward fold to reset the spine and keep everything flowing there, or else just a lot of tension can build.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I agree with it. I've practiced, and I've done practices where that hasn't been the case, where maybe some, two postures that I'm trying to think right now if like my mind affected.
Yeah, if there was like a
psychosomatic,
unhelpful,
like a response to it. Do you know what I mean?
Like
this doesn't
hey, this
feel
isn't
good.
how you do it, and then your body's like, we're gonna validate that.
Yeah,
I hurt down there now. We're a team.
Yeah. Totally.
Like that mind-body connection.
No, absolutely. Which could be, but I can understand. I think I don't know. I try to honor that, because I've practiced it enough times to where. Yeah.
It's a ritual.
It is a little bit. But yeah, there is generally that wave of a class, beginning, middle, end.
Did you write out your classes in your journey as a teacher? Did you ever like write out, I'm going to do this one, and then I'm going to do that one? And
I still do.
You still do? Mm-hmm. You write out your classes?
I do. I write them out. I don't always follow it, but I like having my... roadmap, just in case we get lost. I'm like, where did I want to go? Yeah, I have it. But then sometimes it's right on point with like what people come in with. And then other times I have to like scrap
Alter
the
it.
whole
You
thing. And
gotta
I'm like, well, this isn't going to work at all.
mark out growth and write down cycles.
Totally. Sometimes you have to do that.
Yeah.
There are some classes, like my kids' classes, I don't really plan out.
You improv them.
Yeah, improv them. So there's some things that I do that are, I don't know. I have like my bag of tricks sort of for how we warm up the body. There's a flow to it. There is also a beginning, middle, end that they can expect. I think there's something to be said for people feeling comfortable enough, because yoga is also a very vulnerable space where you are potentially meeting some emotions that maybe you haven't met recently or ever. And so for someone to feel safe in that space in their bodies, like I think there has to be some amount of predictability as well. And the first time you're stepping into something, you never know what you're saying yes to and what you're stepping into. But I do feel like I structure my classes in a similar way. And I have a hard time breaking free of that too often because, I don't know, people come to know what to expect. And I think there's safety and security and, then that gives them an opportunity to be more in their practice.
That continuity and consistency. It's the boundaries.
Yeah, it is.
Give the known boundaries.
Yeah.
Allow people to be free within that structure.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've thought about what you said about it being a vulnerable and authentic, or a vulnerable and space, an intimate space. And it really is. And the thought I had is like, I stretch my butt all the way out. It is my butt is just as stretched out as it could be. And I'm just like, that's an intimate expression.
Yes.
Not just the butt, though.
True.
My butt's all the way out there. And look around. Everybody's butts are just as stretched out as they could be.
I know. Yeah.
And then sometimes I'll put my arm into a position where, like, if someone came by and stepped on it, I'm devastated.
Yeah.
Destruction. I'd be no more arm.
No more arm.
Right?
No.
You know the one where you like
You're threaded?
Yeah. Or what's another one? There's a couple of them where like my arm is in a vulnerable position. Don't you think? Why are you laughing?
No, that's true. I guess I'm laughing because like when I play the ocean drum during Shavasana sometimes, and I'm like stepping over people, I'm
Don't
like,
step
please
on
don't.
the arm.
Please don't.
But
Yeah.
Shavasana is probably fine. You know how like
I don't know.
You know how
Like,
when drunk people get
startled.
into a car wreck, they're always fine because they're loosey goosey. That's fine.
Oh my gosh,
they're not
that's
always
so
fine.
funny.
Forget what I just said. But,
Oh my gosh.
but like when we're in Shavasana, we're probably all jello. You step on an arm, leg, we're probably like, I didn't even feel it. I'm already dead pose,
But some people might be holding on.
You think they're rigid?
I don't know. Sometimes I think there is that vulnerable space, and like, can I fully? Yeah.
The Tao Te Ching, man. The grass, the flexible grass does not break. It's the
so
rigid
true.
branch. The rigid branch breaks where the
talk
flexible
about that with trees all the time. Like when I'm doing it with kids' classes, especially, will be a mountain, and that's very strong, and then will be a tree, and that's strong in a different way because of its flexibility, ability to move with the wind. Yeah, it's true.
Big intimacy in that room.
Yeah, big time. There have been times where I've set up like in a circle where everyone's mat is at the wall. With the idea of that being, I do that in like my crawlers and toddlers class and in the kids'
where they'll be
classes.
looking at the wall.
No,
we'll
we're
look
all
at each
seeing
other.
each other.
Ooh.
Yeah. Which is interesting because you have the wall right there. That's always at your back. You're never really like exposed to anything else. I tried that in a yen class once. It didn't bode well. It wasn't terrible. It was just different, and it didn't. I haven't done it.